If you're waiting for a sign to make the first move, this is it. Life is too short to keep refreshing your dating app, stalking someone's Instagram. Just make the move. Why most people don't make the first move is fear, obviously. Most people don't want to make the first move because they're afraid of rejection. Rejection sucks. And it feels safer to stay in the back seat and just hope someone else makes that move, flirts with you, shows attraction, moves things forward. But all that does is hand your love life over to chance. And if they're waiting for you, then you're both waiting and nothing ever happens. Here's the wild part. Making the first move, honestly, it actually works a lot of the time, not just socially, but psychologically. So the Ben Franklin effect. Let me explain what that is. So when someone does something for you, they start to like you more, which is weird, right? Franklin apparently used this trick to turn a political rival into an ally. So by asking to borrow a rare book from a rival, the rival agreed. Franklin returned it with a thank you note, and their relationship warmed almost overnight. The psychology behind this is cognitive dissonance reduction, cognitive dissonance reduction. So basically, if I help you, my brain has to justify why. Oh, I must like this person. So how does this relate to making the first move? When you make the first move, you ask a question, you give a compliment, you start the conversation, you are offering someone kind of a low stakes favor opportunity, the chance to engage. And when they respond positively, they experience that shift. Their brain gets curious. Their body lights up. You didn't just show interest, you can actually trigger interest. And I want to talk about reciprocity bias. So this is why compliments and that energy often comes back. Well, humans are wired for mirroring. You've probably heard of that. So if I smile at you and I lean forward, you're probably going to smile at me and lean back into me, right? So psychologists call this the reciprocity, I can't speak today, the reciprocity norm. We feel a pull to return whatever we receive. So if someone compliments your outfit, you tend to want to compliment their outfit. If someone sends a flirty message, you may feel compelled to flirt back. So when you make the first move, you're not just expressing your interests, you are inviting a feedback loop of that mutual attention. And that spark you're hoping for is often created by emotion. Right? It doesn't just exist in a vacuum. Sometimes you have to create it. And also assertiveness is hot, period. So nothing reads more attractive than when someone knows what they want, isn't afraid to act on it, especially when they do it without entitlement. That's really important. So assertiveness also does not mean aggression. That's a really important distinction. It's just confidence. It signals emotional intelligence, ownership of what you want, of your desire, of your interest, right? I'm not waiting for someone to choose me. I know what I like. I know what I want. It's you. That's not chasing. That is being intentional, right? And in a sea of just passive swiping and hearting and, intentionality stands out, right? And then there's psychological closure. So an underrated, reason to make the first move is you get answers. Whether it's a yes or a no or a maybe, you can get answers. The people who stay stuck the longest are the ones who never make the move. And not necessarily because they were rejected, but because they never gave it a chance. They never gave the relationship a chance. They never made their interest known. They always wonder, what if, and they never gave themselves the chance to be accepted. So making the first move doesn't mean that you have to ask someone to marry you. This is not what we're saying. It just means you're willing to stop pretending you don't care when you do, right? So how do you make the first move? There's no magic words, and different things work for different people, but I would really stay away from canned one-liners, cheesy jokes. They're not good. They don't work. Most of the time, 99% of the time, they're a turn off, so just don't do it. Just be simple. Hi, I just had to say hi. I don't usually do this. You seem really interesting. I've been wanting to talk to you. It's not about perfection here. It's about just having the guts to start something, just starting something. So if you're still waiting for that perfect moment, here it is. And it's not perfect. It's not a perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. And there's no perfect line. So just stop the scroll, make the move. Because when you do, you're not chasing connection. You're just showing that you're ready for it and you're getting answers. If they don't reciprocate, the worst case scenario is that you don't date them, which is no different than the situation you're in right now. So if there's someone that you're into, you're not dating them. If they reject you when you message them, you're still not dating them. You're not in a worse position. You've actually bettered your hand because you have an answer. You have a signal. And if they do, then you've bettered your hand, right? So the odds are in your favor. Do it. This is your sign.